and it's 8:30 in the evening on the 13th of April 2014. I've just been outside my office, and to those of you who've been in my office in Bath, those of you who think it's a really big place, you know how small it is. I do welcome clients here. I've been outside to have a look at the full moon. It's still 36 hours from full, but there's a bright white lunar disk out there, and just a hand's width underneath it I can see this bright red star, and that is baleful Mars in Libra. In a day, 24 hours from now, the moon will pass on top of Mars. The Grand Cross is in business. Mars is square Jupiter now by some just over 4 degrees. Mars is square Pluto by about 3.5 degrees. Mars is opposite Uranus now by 4 degrees, and all of these are closing. Thing is, the whole Grand Cross pattern is activating in the next 48 hours. This is it now. And I know that the most intense time of this Grand Cross pattern in terms of exactitude will be when Mars is at 13 degrees of Libra, which will be between the 20th and the 25th of this month, yes. But in the next 48 hours, Mercury in the sky will conjunct Uranus and oppose Mars, square Jupiter, square Pluto. The moon in the sky will conjunct Mars in Libra, opposite Mercury, Uranus, square Jupiter, Pluto. Someone recently asked me, why don't you do a video for people whose birthdays fall during the Grand Cross? And I will, but this is a little part of it. But those people whose birthdays are in the next 24, 36 hours, the pattern for your development over the coming 12 months certainly has an unusual twist about it. And any child born in the next 24 to 36 hours is going to be a particular mission specialist choosing to be born of those parents at this time in this place. It's surprising to me on the one hand how quiet the news vibes have been, unless of course you live in Syria or the Ukraine, but relatively speaking, globally speaking, in recent days, just for the last 2 or 3 days. And now as Mercury and the moon hurtle into position, approaching positions of the accuracy and specificness over the coming 24 to 48 hours. Part of me is astonished that there's not a great deal more stuff going on. But another part of me, an even bigger part of me, is thinking, no, this is it now. This is the dead zone. This is the null zone. And it's scary because at least if there was something going on, I'd know what we're dealing with. But there's the unknowable now. We're actually in the alchemical mix. We're in the crucible. The elements are having their way with us. There's no way we can direct our flow now. This is Grand Cross Central. And as someone said to me today, if you quit every time you feel uncomfortable, then you won't achieve anything. So if you're getting particularly hammered at the moment, my electrical systems are screwing up, my nerves are all over the place, I'm not sure what I'm picking up, I don't know if it's physical, mental, intuitive, I'm all over the place, and yet, compared to what a lot of other people seem to be going through at the moment, I seem to be in a fairly good space. So if you're going through periods of craziness at this time, I'm not saying it's expected, but it doesn't surprise me. This is one of the most intense times, astrologically speaking, that I've ever seen. And I think in many ways, the coming 48 hours really is a time of absolute acuteness. So even though there's little going on in the outside world at this time, and presuming that there's no sudden drama going to evoke itself in the next 48 hours, I'm suggesting that the immediacy is all about working on oneself. The ability to take sudden, incisive, futuristic decisions without going over the top, keeping everything transparent and acting in an assertive and projective way that is not confrontational or aggressive. Working for the benefit of others as much as oneself. This is all about Moon and Mars in Libra in the short term, with Mercury and Uranus in Aries. The individual within the group. Yes, we did all this. That's my bit over there. More on this tomorrow. Have a good night. Catch you later. Bye.